Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to a 34-degree Thursday, the 18th. Can't forget that date of January. Today is Kelly and I's 38th anniversary. Holy moly. Yeah, remember we were together for about 5 years before that, so. But officially married 38 years ago today. And on our 38th anniversary, we're heading to work. But here we go. Welcome to our 38th anniversary. And as usual, because of the way the weather is, we usually do nothing. We hang out with each other. Get all smoochy and stuff, you know. That's good. But yeah, well, it's just like going back and forth to work. I think that's what it'll be. A trip there and trip back. Well, Mama. That was interesting.
That was a crazy trip.
34, 35 degrees here.
Yeah.
It got up to 38 and kind of hung there for a while, and as we got closer here, you can see the snow was way deeper and it started getting colder. But about 1 o'clock, it's going to be below freezing and get colder. The next ice storm, well, this rain will turn into freezing rain and snow.
Yeah, and all this slush stuff is going to be a sheet of ice.
Oh yeah, it's going to be bad. So we have to monitor what's going on.
Definitely.
By the minute.
Because we don't live around the corner from work.
Yeah, we can't just, leave our car in the parking lot and walk home.
No.
Well, Mama?
Yes, I have.
On that. If we don't get our feet absolutely soaked, that's about 4 or 5 inches of slush on the ground.
Yeah.
So hopefully even make it in the door safely, right?
I know it. Let's not biff it.
Yeah. I'll have to look at my sidewalk. I think I might have to come through the store with you.
I think so.
All right, Mom.
All right, Paul.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you, honey.
My little anniversary woman there.
Happy anniversary. Hubba.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye now. Well, it's 2:30 out here, and it's still... No, it's 36. It was down to 34 there for a bit. They're showing at 1 o'clock it's supposed to drop to freezing and keep going down. It looks like it's holding steady. It's cold enough that it's really, really slow to melt out there. It is melting slowly, ever so slowly. So this is it's been in here a whole bunch of times since I did that, but this is the one I did the wiring harness replacement on it. He's got an issue now that he says occasionally it won't start on him. And said he waits a little bit, cycle the key a couple of times or something, and then it'll finally start. So see if I can pull any codes. Try to determine what ails it. And see if we can duplicate it and go from there. They're not going to be riding out there anytime soon, but it's the best time to fix things like that while they're when the weather's like this and they're not riding it. Perfect time to have some downtime. We've got one of their ST 1300s that they still have. I know the dude that rode that thing for a while. He's retired. I think I was talking about last time that still work on his KZ1000s. I'm pretty sure it was him that had the old KZ1000s back when they were hot. And then we always did the Longview Police KZ1000s as well. But a lot of Kawasaki's I've worked on over the years. A whole bunch of them. And then once they moved to the air oil cooled BMWs, they quit coming to us and started coming hard and heavy when they switched from the BMWs to the STs. And then they switched from the STs back to the water boxers. And since then we've become a BMW dealer, and so we do all the local Washington State Patrol stuff, services and tires and occasional not start issue. That would not be cool on a police vehicle. Yeah, it's a quiet day. Kelly and I were planning on leaving here around 2 because of the way the weather looked. And it's holding steady. I mean, 36 degrees. That's survivable. because it was freezing rain is what they were predicting. I think it just warmed up more than they thought it would. So anyway, yeah, I've got some serious time with this thing. Services, clutches, the wiring harness. Oh my Lord. That was a big deal. Man, that was a huge job. Man, he's gone many 1,000 miles on it since then. It's wild. Pretty tough old gal. And they're not ridden kindly, as you can imagine. Gotta love it. Anyway, get back at her, see if I can hook her up and see if she has any sins that the computer has seen. See if it brings up anything. At least the freeways are nice and safe out here. We went through the spot that was supposed to be frozen, and it was actually 35 degrees when we drove through there, so we got lucky. But we got out early just in case. And one of the parts manager, the parts director that lives up that hill right there. He bailed out early too. Kelly went downstairs and did shipping and receiving because the gal that does it, she's over on the Oregon side. She can't get across, so Kelly went down to help with that. And after that, they said, "Get out of here." So off we went. Luckily, all that worrying was for nothing because it was fine. Anything on the side roads though, scary, really scary. It's weird, it's above freezing, but that stuff's just not melting. You're just riding in this slush bucket, you know.
Very slippery.
Yeah, buddy. Look at this. 38 degrees and raining. Look how much that snow melted. Look, it's off the roof and everything. That's crazy. Now the flooding will begin. We'll be right back, Sashani. Is your little area? No, it's not flooding yet. It's all damp. It's trying to flood. Who's that, Sashi? Who is that? Who is it? Well, make up your mind. Which way are we going down? Going around Mama. Now she'll cut underneath her. All right, let me put my phone away. I just stopped here for a moment. Just pondering rides to come. I've been opened up this old Dell computer. It had a bunch of old family photos and stuff on, and a bunch of stuff, bunch of old motorcycle stuff. You know, some of my 650 twins. The last 650 twin I had, I was an 81 Special 2. I had two of those actually. I had one I was fixing up for Kelly, but we ended up before it got completed, we moved back to Texas, and ended up very sadly selling both of them. Two different people. I can't believe that, you know, I was selling the project one for so cheap that guy didn't want it though. I said, man, the parts are rare on these things. That was back in 95 already, you know. You know, it's already an old motorcycle. But anyway, digging that stuff up, and I was thinking of rides to take on this thing, challenge myself, because you don't have like freeway speeds and stuff like that. I was thinking, you know, back roads I could take back to Portland and go stomping around. So I found some stuff for a little house we had in Portland. That was the last, I was in 88 to 95. So we weren't there that long. But from that house, the last three of our children were born there. And it's wild. So looking at all the pictures, just reminiscing about stuff and thinking how cool it'd be to, when the weather gets nice, you can run down the Oregon side. It's just a 2-lane highway. I think the maximum speed in there is, 55 or something like that. This is just like dream world for this thing around that speed. I mean, I can go down the freeway at 70 miles an hour, but for all that distance, just droning, it's probably so boring going down the freeway. Actually, some of that back road on the Oregon side can be quite boring too. But I think that'd be a cool day trip to run out there and go stomping around. God, the last time I did that, that was before I had the daily vlog. Maybe not. Yeah, I had the daily vlog going then, but I don't remember if I vlogged something there, so that probably had something to do with it. I took my 2015 Street Glide Special, the 103 HO. I took it by there, and the house looked pretty much the same when I went back there, and I think that was in 2015. It could have been 2016. And don't remember. But wow, it's changed. Now the big old lot we had to the side, the person that bought the house must have split the lots up, and now there's two great big, like 2-story, I don't know if they have basements. It could be 2 stories with a basement, but they're long and skinny, and they're filling up they have literally no yard. This is like, I don't know, 5 or 10 feet before the sidewalk. Anyway, they cut the whole shop off the end of my house. It's got where the man door is going in. There's a man door off to the side, and they chopped the whole thing off. So it must have been on the property line, and now this house is just crammed. The house is halfway in the garage or condo, or I don't know if it's a house, condo, or whatever, but anyway, how you can go through Google Photos and go back in time. And I was looking at it in 2011, and it looked like it was like 2018. They had changed. Hi, Danny boy. Yeah, are you hanging out with me? You've been rooting, and you got dirt all over your nose there, buddy. Yeah, you're a good boy. I know. Yeah, I know. That's a good boy. He says I just over there hanging by the heater. I cannot leave the house without him with me. But anyway, you can see they changed the color, and it looks like it was 2019 when they hacked the garage off, and the houses weren't built there. It's cool to go through time and look at that stuff. It freaks me out. Anyway, just reminiscing. Oh, there were some railroad tracks that went through by there. The train, it was really rare that a train went down it, so I'm not surprised they took it out. And they did the typical thing they do everywhere. They ripped all, of course they can sell them tracks for the metal. But anyway, they rip all the tracks and turn it into a really nice, what looks like a super nice bike and hike trail. They had started some of that when we were still living there, and we used to ride our 10 speeds. Kelly, we just had, the last time we did it, we just had Ashley and Christy, our two oldest. And I had Ashley on the back of mine, and we went to Clackamas Mall, and we come flying in. It's this like slick, kind of marbly looking stuff that's on the ground. It's one of the big entrances going into the mall. And I go diving in there, and I grab a handful of left brake to skid, and they'll slide sideways to a stop. Well, hadn't converted that. I always convert all my bicycles so they're like a motorcycle. Front brakes were on the right-hand side, and rear brakes on the left. If you rode ATCs, the 3-wheelers back in the day, that's where the rear brake was where the clutch was. Anyway, I hadn't swapped that bike around, and I ate it big time. Remember Kelly? She was so mad. Why do you always gotta mess around one of our kids on the back and all this crap? But in fact, Ashley loved it. She loved being on the motorcycles and the bicycles and stuff. She was, Mom, I'm okay. Christy was just a toddler. But anyway, I was doing a whole bunch of reminiscing yesterday with those photos, so making me think of those things. And I just think of nostalgic stuff, and I think of this motorcycle. I know I'm probably driving you guys nuts with this thing, but just, I love it when you have a bike. And I do that with all of them, but this is the newest thing, and this is my new, infatuation. So you start thinking of all these rides you want to do, where you want to go and stuff like that. Well, that's one of them. When I was looking at them pictures, I was thinking about riding those old 650s. Also had a Special 3, I think it was called. It was the very last one. Last XS 650 they ever made. And it had the 60 spokes on the front and rear. They were in sections of 4. They were really wild looking. And it was bought it brand new. Bought it brand new, and geez, I think it was in 86. I want to say it was 86. And I used to go up you can go racing in the hills there in the back side of Portland before you roll over into the Beaverton area. And that was my road racing stuff. Go mess around with people. And I used to mess around with the guys who come along with their sport bikes and just would eat them alive with the XS 650. It's fun to do stuff like that. It was then. I mean, now, Jesus, you got caught doing something like that, somebody got hurt. But it was a lot of fun to play with them people. They were easy to play with. They think this dude on an old cruiser and just dragging, center stands and pipes and pegs and everything else, and I'd just leave them in the dust. Some bad things happen out of that too. Not to me, but yeah, people are really easy to get suckered into doing something dumb. But anyway, I was just having a nostalgic moment. I was up there in the roof, walking around, checking everything, and I was thinking about my little 350, my new little love here. I thought I'd talk about that a little bit. On that, I think I'm gonna roll in there. It's not even 7 o'clock yet, but I'm sure Kelly probably wants to go ahead and get the goodbye done and over with. But anyway, guess that'll be my day, other than doing a quick goodbye. We'll talk to you with that here in a moment. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, 34 degrees, sitting there in a nice warm house. Come out here in 34, and it's like, ugh.
I know, it's all cozy in there.
We definitely, how that feels cold to us. I mean, we've been like a degree, couple 3 degrees, over the single digits, for several nights. Now it's cold.
Yeah,
But drive, thankfully, it was nice and safe. The worry spots were okay, and I think that'll be the end of it for this round.
I hope so.
But it's only
for the year.
Mid-January. There's, in February and April can have more snowstorms. They can come and go. But that was not a lot of snow, but a lot of dangerous snow with all the, ice and then the freezing rain, all that stuff. But anyway, all's well that ends well.
Mm-hmm.
Home safe and sound. Dogs must have had a hard day because every one of them is out cold in there.
Yeah, they are.
They are just zoinked. They got spoiled. They spent all that time inside for all that time, and now all of a sudden you had to spend the whole day outside. They go, we don't like this at all.
I wouldn't like it either.
But anyway, I think on a 34-degree night, we're going to roll.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Friday or Saturday.
Heck yeah. All right.
We'll see you in the morning.
We'll see you then. Thanks now. Bye-bye.